Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this Good Friday morning. It is August the 22nd, I think. Let me see. Yes, it is Friday, August the 22nd, 2025, and it is currently 9:21 a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. It's supposed to be 80 degrees today here, which is kind of crazy because the last couple of days have been kind of cool or whatnot, but it's supposed to be 80 degrees today, so that is good. Hold on, because let me go make sure my granddogs ain't on the couch. Go sit down. But I've been up for a minute, just dwelling in my thoughts or whatnot. I've only watched one video on YouTube this morning, and it is The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, the book they tried to erase from history. It's on a YouTube channel called Secrets Behind, and it was published or, premiered about 3 months ago or whatever. And I just watched it as I was cleaning myself up or whatever, using the bathroom and getting myself together to do nothing, relax, and finish my research. But they were talking about Mary. Hold on, I gotta get me some water. For some reason, I'm super thirsty. I gotta brush my teeth too. I keep my toothbrush in my purse, so I gotta go get it. But anyway, excuse me. I didn't smoke at all yesterday, but for some reason I have cotton mouth. And when I smoke, I like to keep gum, because when I smoke and I'm smoking some good weed and I like to break down tails, it'll make me get cotton mouth, which is dry mouth. And dry mouth will make your breath not the freshest. And I'm going to keep smoking, so I be trying to keep me gum or whatever. But for some reason, I didn't smoke or anything yesterday, but for some reason, I'm really dehydrated. And I've been pissing like a pregnant woman. When I say I've been pissing like a pregnant woman, I mean I've been pissing like a motherfucking pregnant woman. I don't know if it's the detox waters, lemonade stuff that I made and I've been drinking or whatever, but I don't feel like I drank that much of it for me to be pissing like a pregnant woman. It is crazy. And I'm not in pain or anything, like no UTI or nothing like that. It's just like I've been pissing like I got a seed in me or something. But anywho, which my cycles have been regular and everything, so that is not what I'm assuming. But anyway, in the video, they were talking about how Mary Magdalene, she knew a lot of information, a lot of hidden knowledge, basically like the secrets to life and things like that. And she had learned them from Jesus. I always reference back to them saying on Barbershop, Jesus was a pimp and Mary was a hoe. But I said it's like they were one. That was his soulmate. He loved her. She loved him. He preached the gospel. She brought the congregation to the gospel. Teamwork, making the dream work, to spread the word, to start the people to awakening to the truth, starting new world order and stuff like that. And I tell you, the Bible is one story told in many different ways, like Jesus and Mary, Adam and Eve. It's about unity, man and woman, but basically you have to find yourself, learn yourself. This person is learning themselves. You come together, and that's that 2 and 2 making 4, like I was saying, the 4 of wands and stuff like that. But anyway, I break this down in several videos. So you can go back and watch plenty of my videos, and I break it down in a way for people to understand it. For the hood to understand it, at least. So, Anyway, they were saying like how Peter, which was one of the disciples, didn't believe Mary. Like, why would Jesus tell you all this information and not us? Like, we his niggas. Bros over hoes, basically. Why would he tell you this information and not us? But that was his woman. That was his lover. He trusted her and he implanted knowledge in her. And it was basically saying how her book of the Bible was basically destroyed, taken out. They didn't want people to know that she was such a powerful prophet and that she had a lot of knowledge and that she was that connected to Jesus. A woman. A woman. Yes, guys. A woman. And we are one. So when I say I be joking, I'm like, I was a nigga in my past life. No, I'm not a transgender. This is the coochie I had since I came out the motherfucking womb. And I done shot 5 kids about this motherfucker. This is a real life vagina. Okay? But I said past lives, meaning previous lifetimes. But you got to be up in rank, knowledge and shit to even understand what I'm talking about. So yeah. Anyway, it was something about that. And that is the only thing that I listened to this morning. But it's like it ignited something in me because I've been talking about it for over a year now. Y'all remember that video where I was talking about it? And I was talking about Tobias. And I'm like, Tobias, you got me fucked up. I was talking about that then. So that's so funny to me. Tobias, I haven't talked to him in a long time. I kind of miss talking to Tobias, even though he used to piss me off. But I hope you're learning your lessons along the way, honey. Because you're a good guy for real. Anyway, that's my black Jesus for real. Even though we couldn't get it together, you gotta learn your shit along the way. I understand it. I understand it. But anyway, somebody name is John, Johnny, or Johnathan. And I say that because as I was getting myself together to go lounge on the couch, I was hearing the kids song, Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa, eating sugar, no, Papa, telling lies, no, Papa, open your mouth, ha, ha, ha. So if you have kids or toddlers or anything like that, you probably know that song. Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. And Mally used to watch that. It's called Dave and Ava used to sing it as well. But anyway, it's a little boy and he was with his granddad and he started eating sugar. And the granddad like, no, you're not supposed to eat that sugar. Like, have you been eating sugar? They done left sugar trails everywhere. And he like, have you been eating sugar? He like, no, Papa. He like, open your mouth then. And a whole bunch of sugar started falling out his mouth. And then they started running away and laughing. But what I'm getting from that is somebody named John, Johnny, or Johnathan has been caught in a web of lies. And you're about to be exposed for that. And it has something to do with children, which is why I'm picking up on Dave and Ava. And my phone is about to die right now. But I'm going to see if I can find the video for y'all. Y'all can tell I got 5 kids.
Dave and Ava.
Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa.
Johnny, Johnny.
Yes, Papa. Eating sugar. No, Papa. Telling lies. No, Papa. Open your mouth.
That's the only part I'm gonna play. Oh, as y'all can see, my battery is running low. But he lied to his granddad about eating the sugar. And that's what I'm saying. Somebody has been lying to someone else in the family about doing something. And it has something to do with children. Somebody stole something from some kids, some money or something. This person is on drugs too. I'm hearing like booger sugar. Like they probably sniffing lines and shit because they can't cope with the fact that they are lying and thieving ass nigga or some shit like that. And you see he was eating sugar. This person is probably on doing coke or something. I'm hearing it's like they need a rush or something. But yes, Johnny, their name don't have to be Johnny, but I'm strongly getting Johnny. And you're getting caught up in a web of lies. You've been lying to your grandpa, or maybe even your uncle or another male in the family about stealing something. Yeah. You've been lying. You've been stealing money. See, my hand is itching. And this ain't the getting money hand. This the getting money hand. This the owing money hand. You owe me money, bitch. I'm telling you. But Johnny, yes, Papa. Eating sugar, no, Papa. Telling lies, no, Papa. Well, then open your mouth. Ha, ha, ha. And it's all falling out. Like all the lies are about to be exposed. You had somebody there who saw you. You see how he was in the kitchen with his sister and they were both eating the sugar? It's like somebody else saw you steal. And you've been lying to the family, and the older man in the family, maybe somebody is older in the family, like a lawyer or a judge or a detective or something like that. Johnny, or whoever this young male is, he's been lying to the older male of the family, saying that he didn't lie, that he didn't steal, that he didn't have nothing to do with the shit that was going on with the kids. But he's the main person who does. Johnathan. And it's making me think of Johnathan Bell, which I don't know who Johnathan Bell is per se. Now, Lauren Hollins, I know Lo. Okay? I know Lo from her being my baby daddy's brother, friend. And as I used to be, helping them and shit, like I used to take Lo and Marquise, E and all of them to school and shit. Like when I was in my 20s, they were teenagers. Now, I'm in my 30s, they're in their 20s. You get what I'm saying? So I used to be taking all of them to school and shit. I braid up low hair. I call her my sister. That was my ace boom, for real. Or whatever. And then I started to think that she was in a little bit of trouble. I had to turn into a detective and shit. And see what was going on when she had this friend, Johnathan Bell. Who then, as I was doing my research, I started to notice that a lot of my family from Georgia was related to a lot of people with the last name Bell, as well as the last name Collins, which I had been looking for my friend with the last name Collins, DC, and I haven't been able to get a hold of him or anything like that. But I'm hearing it's because of all the lies that have been told and all of the stolen money. And somebody named Johnathan is in the midst of it. And now you're about to be exposed because the grandpa is asking you, telling you, open your mouth. Let me see. So it's something about that. Johnny, yes, Papa. He's getting in trouble. Because somebody else saw him steal. Somebody else knows what he did. He was eating the sugar. He stuck his hand in a cookie jar. He stole the money. But that's so funny because Johnathan Bell stole my kids' birth certificates, social security cards, my ID, and all that stuff, and then returned it.
Eating sugar. No, Papa. papa. Open your mouth.
So, even when, and you see the grandpa, he just tried to eat some sugar anyway to see why Johnathan wanted to steal sugar so bad, and they caught him. It's always somebody watching, even when you think it's not. And it's bringing me to the movie that I watched yesterday, Leave the World Behind. And in that movie, it was like a worldwide blackout. The system was hacked by cybersecurity hackers. They had hacked the system. And that's what I said about them hacking my phones, hacking my Wi-Fi and everything like that to steal my content, steal my money, steal my information. In the movie, Leave the World Behind, they were hacked by hackers. And everything blacked out. The Wi-Fi, the phones, and all that type of shit, causing plane crashes, shipwrecks, and everything. You see what happens when you hack into the wrong shit and you start fucking up in people's business that you ain't got no business? The girl, she ended up, they think they lost her mom or whatever, like in a plane crash or something like that. But anyway, just in case you didn't see the movie, I don't want to be a spoiler alert. However, she was saying, like, Dad, I don't think we should trust the white people when it's coming down to us not having anything. Like, this is basically a war, per se. It's like, I don't think that we should trust them. Hold on. She's like, I don't think that we should trust them because it's war, basically. And when they needed some help, they needed like some antibiotics, the man was like, okay, I'll drive up the road. Her father, which is a black man, he was like, I will drive up the road to my friend's house because they live like miles apart, you know. And he was like, he's always prepared. He's basically like a military man or whatever. So he knows when a lot of world tragics are going to take place, world tragedies and things like that. So he's pretty stocked up on stuff like water, canned goods, antibiotics, and all that type of stuff. So they had drove down there to see if they can get some antibiotics for the white people's son. Because anyway, if you want to watch it, go watch it. But when they got there, the man pulled the shotgun out on them, basically like, I can't help you. What I have is for me and my family. I'm protecting my family. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the world. So the antibiotics that I have, the food that I have, the ammo that I have is for me and my family. Fuck you. And the guy's like, damn, we've been neighbors for forever. We've been friends for forever. I am your friend. You know me. Like, how could you treat me like this at a time like this? And he basically was like, I don't give a fuck. You ain't got shit to do with me, friends or not. I don't, fuck you. Is basically what he was saying. But that's because he was panicking. Nobody knew what was going on in the world. And the girl was saying, in times like that, that's when people start to turn on each other. And I'm getting like, with the Johnny, yes, Papa, eating sugar, no, Papa. You see how his sister was there with him. She witnessed him eating the sugar. And when it comes time to get in trouble, somebody better snitch. Think of black families. I don't know about white families that much, but I know about us black ones. And let's just say y'all being bad as fuck. And your mama say, sit the fuck down. And y'all keep on playing being bad as fuck. Or y'all break the TV. And then she come in, she say, who the fuck broke my TV? You better tell me who broke the TV or everybody getting their ass whooped. So everybody started turning on everybody because don't nobody want to get their ass whooped. Something like that is happening right now. Like, people are snitching on people because they stole this motherfucking money and don't nobody want to go down by themselves. So everybody's telling on everybody. is what I'm getting from the Johnny. And somebody named Johnathan is in real big trouble. And the little friend group of hackers and shit is in trouble. And then the little girl, she wanted to watch the episodes of Friends so bad. She wanted to watch the TV show Friends so bad. Even though it was an old series, she was like binge watching it. And the last episode is the last episode. Like, she wanted to watch the last episode. And the title of it was like the last episode or the last show or something like that. And she clicked it to watch it and the movie went off. I hated the way that the movie ended. Leave the world behind. But she finally had found the underground bunker where she found the DVDs of Friends. So this is what I'm saying. There's a group of friends, just like the TV show Friends, that is about to be dismantled. Everybody's about to start turning on each other. Everybody's about to start telling on each other. Everybody's about to start getting in trouble. And it's all behind this stolen money. And somebody named Johnathan is like the ringleader. And for some reason, it has something to do with kids being involved. I don't know if they were bullying kids, sex trafficking kids, or something to keep this lie going on involves having children involved. And it's all about to be exposed. And it has something to do with a grandfather or a father figure finding out what has been going on and what has been taking place. And I don't know, I'm seeing my granddad right now. My granddad off my dad's side. I wonder how my granddad doing. I haven't talked to him in a minute, actually. Everybody's in trouble. Everybody's in trouble is the download that I'm getting. Like a whole generation is in trouble of young dummies. Probably from like the ages of like 18, 19, 20. I don't think these motherfuckers ain't even reached their 30s for real yet. And if they have involved some of the older cousins or something, they're just now getting into their 30s, like 32, 33 years old, somewhere up in there. But they started doing this shit in their early 20s. They've been stealing. And it goes from Georgia, Alabama, Detroit. And that is so funny because when I got done watching the movies and stuff yesterday, I ended up watching this crime episode that had popped up on my YouTube about a man named Alvin Johnson from Detroit, but then who had moved to Alabama, and it was some shit about Georgia in there too. And if you watch my videos, then you know that I've been saying it's going to be something exposed about a crime ring between Georgia, Alabama, and Detroit, as well as Texas. So this popped up, and I had been saying, like, I had a dream that my baby daddy died in a car accident. Well, this Alvin Johnson story, which I shared to my Facebook timeline last night, was talking about a man who had allegedly died in a car accident where the car had caught on fire. But really, he didn't die. He had went to a homeless shelter, found a homeless man or whatever who was known basically around the streets, killed him, and then he put him in the car, had the car accident, and used his body as his own. He faked his own death. He killed the homeless man to fake his own death. And that popped up on my timeline yesterday. Him and his wife ended up being exposed for it 33 years later. So that's what I'm saying. Secrets are coming out about stolen money. And she did this because they were in debt. And she cashed out on 3 life insurance policies over $1 million and something. And then they lived under false identities. So it's going to pull back into that. People stealing life insurance money, stealing IDs, birth certificates, and then living under false identities. Which is so funny that I'm looking up Johnny, yes, Papa, and Johnathan Bell stole my kids. birth certificates, social security cards, along with my ID and shit.
Mommy, I need my social security card to take to orientation. And Denzel said he can't really drop me off, so I don't know how I'm getting back home.
Did you ask your daddy to pick you up?
No, but I'm about to.
Yeah, so it's something to do. It has something to do with that. And my daughter just said she need her social security card to take to her orientation. It's about stolen identity, falsifying paperwork, stolen insurance, false death certificates and birth certificates and things like that. It's about to be exposed. And yes, I got that download while I was sitting on the toilet and I started hearing a kid's lullaby. Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. Yeah. That's the message. This person is about to be in prison for a real long time. I'm hearing that somebody's about to get like 10 to 15 years in prison for faking a death and stealing the identity and stealing life insurance money. That's the message that I'm channeling right now. So yeah. But anyway, I'm about to get off of here. And I will talk to you guys later. Hi, Eric. How are you doing today?